Friday, 11 p.m. You're moving things around on your desk. The laptop goes left. The cup of pens goes right. You straighten the notebook, then pick it up and straighten it again. The desk was already clean when you started. That was an hour ago, but you keep going. You move the lamp half an inch. Look at it. Move it back. Your phone has an unread message. You saw the notification. You just haven't opened it yet. If any of that feels familiar, this isn't about being a neat person. It's about something else. Some people's homes are always clean, not because they have a cleaning schedule. Just, it's always that way. Dishes done right after eating, counters wiped, nothing on the floor. The floors get washed before most people would even notice they needed it. Shelves straight, pillows placed just right, everything where it belongs. Not because anyone was coming over, just because it's always like this. From the outside, it looks like discipline, like someone who has it together, like a person who's in control of their life. But sometimes, and this is the part almost nobody talks about, a perfectly clean home isn't a sign that someone has it together. It's a sign of what they're running from. Here's how these people are wired. When things feel unmanageable inside, they go create order outside. It's not a conscious decision. It's a reflex the nervous system learned so long ago it became indistinguishable from personality. There's a name for what's happening: somatic regulation. The body uses physical action to process what words can't reach. It can't stop anxiety directly. It doesn't know how, but it knows how to wash dishes, fold clothes, wipe down a counter. Each of those actions creates a sense of completion, and the nervous system gets something it desperately needs: proof that something in this world responds to you, that you finished something, that something is under control. The brain releases dopamine. Small, but real. And it matters. Physical clutter overloads the visual cortex. It literally makes it harder for the brain to focus. When you clean, that overload lifts. Something like clarity arrives. At the same time, cortisol drops, the stress hormone that runs chronically higher in people who live in cluttered spaces throughout the entire day. That's not a metaphor, it's physiology. Order on the outside changes the chemistry on the inside, so the habit sticks. And for most people who carry it, it started long before they ever lived alone, in a home that was unpredictable, not necessarily dangerous, just inconsistent. Adults around you who shifted without warning. A room that could change its entire emotional weather in 5 minutes, and you never knew which version you'd walk into. Your feelings depended on something you couldn't reach, but you could make your bed, you could clean your room, you could create at least one small corner of the world that behaved the way you expected. That responded when you touched it. That stayed the way you left it. The nervous system remembered that. Order outside equals safety inside. That conclusion was formed in childhood, and it was a smart one. It worked. It genuinely helped. Then it moved with you to a different apartment, different surfaces, different 11 p.m., and it kept running long after the original source of anxiety was gone. Here's where it's worth being honest with yourself. Somatic regulation isn't a disorder. It's a mechanism that genuinely works. It reduces anxiety. It creates a sense of ground beneath your feet. The problem isn't cleaning when you feel overwhelmed. The problem starts when cleaning becomes a way to not do something else. Because the brain is clever. It sees the anxiety. It sees something heavy on the horizon. A conversation you've been avoiding, a decision you keep putting off, something you need to admit to yourself or to someone else, and it offers an alternative. There's a counter that can be wiped, a drawer that can be sorted. Over there, uncertainty with no clear outcome. Over here, a visible finished result, a clean surface, dopamine. The choice almost feels logical. There's a name for this: procrastinating. Cleaning instead of living. You're reorganizing the closet instead of starting the thing you've been avoiding for 3 weeks. Washing dishes instead of responding to the difficult message. Rearranging the furniture instead of sitting down and having the conversation that's been building between you and someone you care about. From the outside, it looks like productivity. Something got done. The home is clean, time was spent. Inside, it's avoidance. Very clean, very convincing avoidance. And the hardest part is, you can't see it from inside because you really are cleaning. The brain says, look, you did something, well done. Dopamine shows up, everything feels fine. But the thing that actually mattered wasn't started. That conversation postponed again. The message still unread. Over time, a person like this starts living in two realities at once. Outside, perfect order. Inside, a low, persistent noise that doesn't go away no matter how much they clean, because it was never about the surfaces. It was always about something else. And the home stops being a place where things happen. It becomes a place where everything is held still, too clean, too correct, too carefully arranged. A perfectly clean space sends a signal, sometimes to others, sometimes to yourself. Everything here has to be right. Guests feel it when they walk in. They move carefully. They don't fully relax. Real closeness doesn't happen in rooms where everything's in its place and nothing can be disturbed. And the person who cleans from anxiety often lives in a beautiful home where everything is kept at just enough of a distance. That doesn't mean a clean home is a symptom. This isn't about diagnosing anything. It's just one question, without judgment, with genuine curiosity. Are you cleaning this space so your life can happen inside it? Or are you cleaning instead of letting your life happen? Friday, 11 p.m. The desk is straight. The lamp is where it belongs. Surface is clean. The phone is still there. The message is still unread. You know what it says. You're just not ready yet. Maybe you're not cleaning because the house is dirty. Maybe you're cleaning because while you're moving things around, you don't have to decide anything, don't have to feel anything, don't have to respond to what's waiting. That makes sense. The nervous system is doing what it learned to do, what it figured out a long time ago. It's just that sometimes, not always, but sometimes, it's worth stopping for a second and asking yourself honestly, what exactly am I cleaning right now?